All right, guys, we're back with episode 4. This last episode 3 was so emotional for me. It just really tugged at the heartstrings. It really did. So I got my tissues this time. So when the waterworks start, I'm ready. Before we get started, go ahead and click on the notification bell so you can be notified of your videos. We are on episode 4 of Fullmetal Alchemist. Let's get into it.
On the day we left, we burned down the family home and all the familiar things inside. Because some memories aren't meant to leave traces.
Al, you're okay with this, right?
Huh?
I mean, leaving everything behind. You don't have regrets, do you?
There's no turning back now. And remember, I'm the one who insisted on coming with you. Besides, we both know you'll miss home more than I.
I'm just going to say this. He looks smooth in all that black. I ain't even going for it.
I will.
Good riddance, that's what I say. Because you know who's on his way to becoming a state alchemist? Me!
Me too! And when I become a state alchemist, the first thing I'll do is fix your body.
I told you, Al, that's not your burden. You just have to take care of yourself.
I wonder how one goes about becoming a state alchemist. Do you think we'll have to take a test?
Whatever it was, I'm happy I came. If these boys can try human alchemy and survive, I gotta tell you, their dad just dropped a rung on my priority list.
Whatever it takes, I'm sure Mustang will guide us through it. What am I stressing for, Al? With talent like mine, this'll be a cakewalk for me.
You mean the dog? You mean the dog is going to train you?
What? Are you thinking about Winry?
There's nothing we can do. Those stubborn boys made their choice, but they'll realize their mistake and come back home.
I hope so. I really do. Humankind cannot gain anything without first giving something in return. To obtain, something of equal value must be lost. That is alchemy's first law of equivalent exchange. In those days, we really believed that to be the world's one and only truth. Brother, do you know what time our next train leaves?
Yeah, not till tomorrow morning. Let's get some shut-eye.
Huh?
My purse! You stole my purse!
Break's over.
Yep.
It's almost too easy. Huh? Off to bed with you. Like good little boys now. Huh? What the?
I think you're the one who crawled out of the crib too early.
Nicely done. Now that was something else. Your trick there wouldn't be what they call alchemy, would it?
Yeah?
To think kids your age could be such accomplished alchemists already. Around these parts, the only alchemist I ever get to see is old Majhal.
Majhal, huh?
Yep. They say he does great things for people with his alchemy, like you boys did. He's quite well respected.
Where can we find him?
Oh, the next town over. But you really don't want to go there right now, boys. I've heard it's become a dangerous place. They say the dead have risen from their graves and are sending the villagers to them.
Why are you so interested in meeting this Majhal person, brother?
That name. That same name kept popping up all over those old letters.
You mean Dad's letters?
Yeah, and if I remember, he wrote about human transmutation. I figure if it's the same Majhal, it can't hurt to pay him a visit.
Yeah. I have a feeling this is gonna be a good trip.
What's wrong? You seem almost happy.
Well, we did snag that purse snatcher, and then everyone was so grateful to us. I guess I'm just starting to see how alchemy has the power to make other people's lives a little bit better. Are you alright, brother?
Yeah, I'm just peachy. I love turbulent carriage rides and seats as soft as granite. It didn't bother you at all? Well, you look at that. Someone's throwing a party with torches and everything, but they forgot to invite us.
That don't look like no party.
That one got a little too close to the village. You aren't supposed to be here. This place is off limits. You could get yourself killed. In the middle of testing fireworks for the...
Yeah, we noticed that.
There for the festival. I'm in charge. Hey, you guys aren't from around here, are you?
What is this ugly thing? Some kind of a giant robot from the future?
Quit it.
Show them how we welcome strangers.
My back.
We sure showed them.
What's going on here?
What in the world?
You must be Majhal.
Such fine workmanship. That's truly an impressive spirit attachment.
He knows about me, brother.
I'd expect nothing less from the sons of Hohenheim. Apparently, you've inherited his great talent. Now then, tell me what I can do for you boys today. Surely you've come here seeking something particular, and I can't very well disappoint the sons of a dear friend.
I've read the letters you wrote to my dad. I want to know more about human transmutation.
No doubt you're aware that human alchemy is strictly forbidden by the laws of the state.
Yeah, I know. But I don't care. I will return my brother to his body.
I think you have already seen firsthand the incredibly high toll of messing around with human alchemy. I know how it feels to lose someone, but the act of molding flesh is better left to the hands of God.
Okay, if that's the way you feel, then why were you so obsessed with it back then?
Youthful optimism. Or youthful foolishness.
Hello, Mr. Majhal. I made a batch of rose jam and had some extra, so I thought perhaps you might enjoy.
Of course, you spoil me, Lemmy. You're too kind.
Not at all.
Something ain't right here. I mean, I guess we know
Was there
something
something else
There's
then?
a whole...
No, I'm sorry. Excuse me.
Well, all right. Take care.
You know what I gotta say? I really appreciate the detail they put on the character, because like their eyes look completely different from their eyes. And then when their mother passed, how you could see her passing, and like I really appreciate that, because nowadays the animes don't do that much when it comes to really appreciate that. Ooh, she looks evil. He is going to town.
What is this festival we heard about?
Oh, yes. The Requiem Festival. It's when the spirits of the dead are sent up on fireworks to be returned to heaven where they belong.
And what about all these rumors we heard about the dead coming back to life as murderous zombies on a bloody rampage? Did that have anything to do with it?
Silly rumors of a superstitious town. My, I certainly am popular this evening, aren't I?
You little brat!
Out with it, Claus. Don't you have something to say to Majhal?
But I don't really see why I should have to apologize. It's their stupid fault for being so weak for boys anyway.
What? Let me at her! Come on, let me at her!
Oh,
He is a
Claus,
short temper.
I know your sister's death affected you, but you were once such a sweet and gentle little girl. What would your late sister think if she could see
That's a
what
little
you've
girl?
turned into?
Shut up! You don't know how I feel. Nobody does. My sister didn't just up and die. She was killed by that dead girl.
Okay, come again?
Claus, no, wait!
Hey! Come back here!
alchemist? And you saved me? It's been nearly 6 months since my sister died. We had no idea how or why. One of the villagers just found her, lying there like she was asleep. But she wasn't asleep. And then, on the night of her funeral...
Oh, Claus.
Okay.
My father told me that...
There's no way I'm letting you just slide back behind a tree. Like, you ain't about to just pop up over here while I'm grieving my daughter or sister and then try to slide back behind a tree.
There was a woman who lived in the village a long time ago before she died. Don't you see? From there, it wasn't hard to put it together. The dead lady came back to life and killed my sister. And others, too. It's all because of her. But if you guys really are alchemists, you can help me avenge her death. I've begged Majhal to help, but he refuses to take part. What do you say?
I can see why Majhal wouldn't consider it. Your theory's as logically sound as a ghost tale. Besides, I don't believe in revenge as motivation.
You're just saying that because you're nothing but a couple of chickens, posing as alchemists when you're just a cowardly pipsqueak in his walking trash can.
Pipsqueak?
Trash can?
Nobody calls me a pipsqueak and gets away with it! Not even a little girl!
Is that so? Gosh, I'm so terrified of the whiny little pipsqueak.
Shut up and take a look at yourself! If you're a girl like they all say, why do you look like a paper boy?
None of your business!
Karin? Ah, yes, I remember her. She was a florist, and the exquisite beauty of her flowers was surpassed only by her own. I can't believe it's been 20 years now. She had recently succeeded in cultivating the extremely rare blue rose. Oh, the woman's smile at the time was simply... But then, on her way to deliver her by then famous blue roses into town, and so as she fell to her death that day, she fell out of all of our lives forever.
But they say this same Karin has been terrorizing the villagers.
Absolutely impossible. We both know the dead don't simply come back to life. And even if they could, if you knew Karin at all, you'd know it would be inconceivable for her to harm anyone in life or in death.
So, what do you think, brother?
Well, I don't buy ghosts or zombies or the living dead. But supposing someone were to perform a human transmutation, the only one around here capable of such a thing would be Majhal, who... Oh, what was that? You hear that, or am I going crazy?
Hear what?
So, we're really gonna do this? Yeah, we're gonna catch this Karin zombie on our own. Because no one else is gonna do it for us. Are you wussing out on me? If this keeps up, someone else is gonna get killed, and it could be you.
Yeah, but what if she tries to...
Come on, lady, are you trying to give me an ulcer?
I'm so sorry. It was an accident.
So
I mean, she kind of looks like her, doesn't she?
You got that?
Or am I saying things? She just looks like her, but older.
Brother, wait for me!
What's with you? Are you scared?
Of course not. There aren't really any zombies around, are there?
Don't be thick, Al. If Karin is roaming these woods, it would only be thanks to human alchemy, which is the only reason we're here. Ah! It worked! We got her! Ow, my back! Again!
False alarm.
Over there!
Wait a minute now.
You took my sister from me.
Wait! Claus!
Majhal's just a two-bit alchemist after all. How disappointing.
To Majhal, a real hero.
Yeah, Majhal. If it weren't for you, this town be overrun by zombies. I knew you'd put her in her place.
Boy.
What are you doing, Ed?
I was right about her not being a zombie, but she wasn't a transmute either. That sound she made, it's the same one I heard in here.
Majhal will be very cross if he finds you. He doesn't like it when people snoop around his home.
Yeah? And what do you call what you're doing?
Brother!
What's all this?
Brother! Hey, are you all right?
At last, he awakens. It appears you've stumbled across something that you really shouldn't have seen, Edward.
Oh, you mean the so-called zombies? Yeah, I saw your toys.
Toys? They're canvases for spirit attachments. Mannequins I've carved into exact replicas of my beloved Karin, onto which I bind the soul of any village girl I can snare. In doing so, I've formed living versions of my fallen love.
It's shocking that plan ever went awry.
This guy is crazy. He put that little girl spirit in that freaking doll. And then that girl or that doll was walking around with that girl's spirit. Are you kidding me? Oh, this is dark. Oh my goodness.
It is true that souls tend to reject foreign vessels that are unlike them in nature. They usually malfunction.
Yeah, I saw your toys.
Toys? They're canvases for spirit attachments. Mannequins I've carved into exact replicas of my beloved Karin, onto which I bind the soul of any village girl I can snare. In doing so, I've formed living versions of my fallen love.
It's shocking that plan ever went awry.
It is true that souls tend to reject foreign vessels that are unlike them in nature. They usually malfunction. That's why Al is so special. Some of my dolls escaped, wandering free about the village, fueling superstitions.
You crazy, selfish nutcase, do you even know what you've done? Why the hell did you do it?
For the same reason any man has ever done anything that is visionary. Karin was the only woman I ever loved. Even years after her death, my scars refused to heal. I committed myself to bringing her back, using the only talent I had at my disposal, alchemy. When my attempts at human transmutation failed, the least I could do was create something that resembled her beauty. I did it for love.
So you chose body over soul.
Shut up! You're a child. What could you possibly know of love? But you do know something of alchemy. And now you're going to help me with an attachment like you did for your brother.
Yeah, right.
It figures. You're just as stubborn, if not more so, than your father was.
I just wanted to thank you for earlier.
You foolish girl.
Run, Claude!
It's gone too far. I can't turn a blind eye any longer.
Then you should try turning the other cheek, wench!
Who is she?
Do something, Al!
Just a little more.
A rare blue rose.
Little soul, accept your new vessel. Wherever you are, Karin, bless us. Let her become just like you.
No! Let me go!
Let her go, Majhal. Nothing you think you know is the truth. And what you've been seeking all along is under your nose.
What is this nonsense?
I'm trying to tell you that Karin never died. The day of the accident, she hit her head, lost her memory, and started a new life somewhere. 20 years later, her memory returned in a flash, and in a true gesture of love, she came straight back to you. But you were too blinded by obsession to see it was her.
The Yes, Majhal.
It can't. Are you telling me this wrinkled old woman is Karin? Karin was a woman of incomparable.
No, he didn't. This wrinkled woman. Boy, you wrinkled and old. Ooh. So he basically is all about physical and the looks. Ugh.
Incomparable beauty and perfection. Just like a rose.
Exactly like a rose. Flowers wither, Majhal, but despite what you've become, Karin's feelings for you have not.
Silence, child. Say one more word, and you're dead!
What's that? What? I mean, oh my goodness. That's gonna ruin her. She's in love with this guy, but and then she ain't no better either. And she stood around for all these years watching him do this to little girls and stuff. Let me rephrase that. She stood around and watched him put these little girl souls into these dolls that look like her at a younger age. Like, that's crazy.
I don't see it. There's just no way you could possibly be my Karin.
Girl, drop his head. Drop his butt.
Karin,
Drop
I'm
him.
coming for you.
Let him go.
Good to see you're depressed and back to normal.
Huh? I'm sorry. I was just thinking how alchemy has the power to delude people, too.
Yeah, guess it does.
Hey!
Huh?
I'm sorry about everything I
look
did
at
and said.
her.
You guys really are terrific alchemists.
Yeah, we are. But who are you?
Call me crazy, Ed, but I think that's Claus. Huh?
Will you boys grow up?
Aww.
You're definitely much prettier when you don't dress like a paper boy!
I mean, she was pretty either way. That is so cute. All right, guys. That was the end of episode 4 of the Fullmetal Alchemist. So we see that the guy that was mentioned in the letters from his dad was crazy and he was delusional. He was really delusional. And then the love of his life was there the whole time. And he wasted all his time messing around with this other stuff. Well, at least they got to check in on that and see that that's not where they're trying to be. Yeah. Well, before I do go, like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you next video.